What's March in the Phoenix area without spring training baseball? Things really start to heat up, and what can be better than sitting out in the sun when it's still perfect weather and not blazing hot? I can't think of anything. Grab a hot dog and a beverage and catch a baseball game. If you are newer to the area or looking to make a visit to the Phoenix metro area and attend a baseball game, stay tuned. In this video, I'm going to break down each stadium and the teams in the Cactus League of spring training baseball in Arizona. Many of the games consist of a split squad of the teams where the team is split into two, and that helps maximize the different playing time, and then they can see and evaluate the players a little bit more to see who's going to make the regular season roster. Each stadium might have a different bag policy as well. They're all probably similar, but you can find out what you can bring into the stadium by checking out this website, cactusleague.com. You can find all the stadiums on there. But for the most part, you can usually be safe with a clear bag. A lot of them allow it to bring water in if it's not open, or snacks. So if you want to run to Costco, get that large bag of peanuts, which probably I'll be doing, fair game. Again, it's always best to check the website to make sure before heading over, and you don't want to go back to the car. So it just makes it a lot easier. Parking is usually pretty decent overall. You can usually find free parking, but just make sure you allow yourself a little time to walk if you're going to find the free parking, because as you get closer, just like anything, probably end up spending a little bit more to park to get to the game so you can get there on time. Who wants to be late to a spring training game, right? Most of all, with spring training, the fans come to have fun and enjoy the weather. One thing to note though, each of the stadiums does have a lawn area. So bring your blanket if you want to choose to go that route and pick out the best spot in the sun or the shade, whatever you want to do for the game, and just enjoy it as well. First off, we have Surprise Stadium, home of the Kansas City Royals and the Texas Rangers, and located in the upper northwest corner of the Phoenix metro area, about 45 minutes northwest of downtown Phoenix. The stadium website also notes that GPS may not be the best option when mapping for directions, so I suggest checking out online on their website before heading over. The stadium has capacity of close to 11,000, just under, and about 3,000 people can fit on the lawn in the outfield. Then we have the Peoria Sports Complex, home of the Seattle Mariners and the San Diego Padres, and was the first stadium to host two teams when it made its debut in 1994. About 12,500 stadium seating capacity for the Peoria Sports Complex. Then we have Camelback Ranch, which is the proud residence of the LA Dodgers and the Chicago White Sox. About 13,000 people can fill the stands there, and about 3,000 of those again are on the lawn. The complex is located straight west of Highway 10 and west of the 101. I found this pretty cool. 2 of the 12 practice fields are replica fields of the Dodgers and White Sox home parks with exact dimensions of Dodger Stadium and guaranteed rate field park. Pretty cool. Built in 2009 with a $108 million project, yes, that's a lot. We have the home of the Reds and the Cleveland Guardians, Goodyear Ballpark. The state-of-the-art training facilities was enough to lure both teams from Florida over to Arizona, and has a seating capacity of just around 10,000 people. Nestled in the west side of Phoenix, we have American Family Fields, home of the Milwaukee Brewers. About 7,000 seating capacity with a grass area, which is pretty much a requirement for all the spring training games these days. Sitting on the east side of Scottsdale, not far from Scottsdale Stadium, is Salt River Fields at Talking Stick. The Colorado Rockies and Arizona Diamondbacks play at this field. It was opened in 2011 as the first Major League Baseball spring training facility to be built on Indian land in the nation. 11,000 seat capacity, but when you add in the grass seats, this can go well into the 14,000 area. The day I went just a few weeks back, they announced 12,500 for a baseball game. I thought that was a lot, because I went to a Diamondback game a year ago or so when they weren't very good at the end of the season, and it was about half that. Located right in the heart of Old Town Scottsdale is Scottsdale Stadium, home of the San Francisco Giants. Art galleries, restaurants, boutique shops, special events, festivals, concerts, parties, you have it all in Old Town, and this is just a couple blocks over. There's even a trolley that drops off at the stadium from Scottsdale Fashion Square. About 12,000 people for the seating capacity, and then almost 4,000 could sit in the outfield grass. It's also home of the Arizona Fall League when spring training isn't going on, and it was designed by the creators of Camden Yards in Baltimore. Located in Mesa, we have Hohokam and the Oakland A's Stadium. About 7,500 fixed seats, and it can accommodate an additional 2,500-ish or so in the grass at the Oakland Stadium in Mesa. Then we have Sloan Park, built in 2014. Sloan Park is just east of the 101 Loop Freeway, the home of the Chicago Cubs. And it's just minutes away from Tempe Marketplace, ASU, the Sky Harbor Airport. Everything is really super close for the Sloan Park. It has about a 15,000 seat capacity. And last, we have the Tempe Diablo Stadium, home of the LA Angels, oldest stadium, and in 2022 it kicked off some new renovations. 2 different phases with a budget totaling $50 million. Built into the beautiful Marriott Buttes Resort and 10 minutes to the airport make Diablo Stadium one of my favorites. I was just over there recently driving around, and I caught some great sunset pictures just as the game was getting over. It's right off that Butte Mountain. It's really a spectacular stadium, and it's nice to see that they're putting some renovations into it as well, since it's one of the oldest stadiums. That wraps up spring training baseball, Cactus League, all the stuff, all the 10 stadiums, the 15 teams. It's really a great experience. If you have not been to a game yet, make sure you plan on it coming up next year as the season closes this year here in 2023. Feel free to reach out to me with any questions you have. I'd be curious if you made it to a game, what stadium did you go to, which team is your favorite. I'd be curious on all that because I just can't get enough of the baseball here myself. Subscribe, like, comment, reach out to me if you have questions, and I'll see you in the next video.